Welcome back to the channel, horror fans. Today, we're diving deep into Silent Hill, the short message. A free psychological horror game that quietly dropped but left a loud impact with a new protagonist, a haunting setting, and themes that cut deep. This isn't your typical Silent Hill entry, but it may just be one of the most personal. So grab your flashlight, brace yourself for some serious mind-bending horror, and let's get straight into it. You play as Anita, a German schoolgirl grappling with heavy emotional baggage. The game kicks off with a simple but unsettling text message from her friend Maya. She wants Anita to come meet her at the art studio located inside a derelict building, known to the local graffiti artists as the Villa. Seems straightforward, right? But the moment Anita steps foot inside, things start to unravel. There are no other people, just graffiti-covered walls, bizarre messages, and a crushing sense of isolation. What follows is a descent into a nightmarish labyrinth where Anita must confront not only her surroundings, but also herself. The villa, or what's left of it, is just a backdrop. Its character in itself. Every wall is drenched in color, anger, sorrow, and fear. The graffiti ranges from street-style tags to elaborate murals, each one expressing something. Some pieces seem to speak directly to Anita's thoughts. Others feel like warnings. And this is where the short message shines. It uses visual storytelling masterfully. The art is more than decoration. It's Maya's voice. It's trauma frozen in time. It's beauty trying to survive in decay. The game doesn't spell everything out for you, but if you pay attention to the environment, you'll start to uncover a layered story hidden in symbols, colors, and placement. Silent Hill veterans will pick up on the familiar industrial tones, warped static, and oppressive ambient sounds. It's not just sound, it's psychological warfare. This game knows when to leave you in silence and when to assault your senses.
What are you hiding inside?
Anita is unlike past Silent Hill protagonists. She's not an action hero or detective. She's just a girl, one caught between grief, guilt, and depression. And the story isn't about supernatural monsters. It's about mental health. It's about cyberbullying. It's about the crushing feeling of hopelessness when someone close to you falls apart and you're left wondering if you could have done more. Maya, though she's absent for most of the game, feels like a constant presence. Her art fills the space. Her messages are etched on the walls, and Anita's guilt is the shadow that stalks her. The relationship between Anita and Maya is left intentionally vague, and it's emotionally heavy. Friends? More? We don't know for sure. But what's clear is that Anita is haunted by what happened and what she didn't do. The dynamics of Anita and Maya's relationship is kind of unknown because there's also a third party involved, which is Emily. Now, there's theories speculating that Emily is also Anita, just another side of her or another personality of her that was formed from her past trauma. However, It is implied that all three girls were really good friends up until Maya's death. And it is heavily implied that Anita had a role to play in Maya's death based off the files that you read in some of the cutscenes in the game. Now, the thing is that Anita's also blaming herself for Maya's death. As you progress further in the game, you'll notice there's a note that Maya wrote to Emily to give to Maya, but Anita never passed that note on. She grabbed the note and just kept it in her locker. And when Maya never got that acknowledgement from Emily, Maya went to the villa and jumped off the rooftop. Now, if you're looking for combat or classic survival horror mechanics, this isn't the game for that. The short message is almost entirely narrative driven. You explore, you read notes, you observe your environment, and occasionally you'll be chased by something terrifying. These chase sequences are more symbolic than literal, but they're effective. You feel helpless, trapped, just like Anita. The controls are simple and accessible, which makes it perfect for new players or those who are just looking to experience the story without too many barriers. And I must add in that there's only one major puzzle that you solve, and it's like close to the end of the game. You have to find all these pictures while being chased by the monster. And these pictures are keys to unlock the door that says CB on it, which is short for cherry blossom. Other than that, that's like the only major puzzle you will find in this game. The real heart of the short message is in this message, pun intended. It deals head on with topics like depression, self-harm, and unaliving, as well as survival's guilt. This is Silent Hill at its most personal and raw form. The horror here isn't about the monsters underneath the bed, it's about the monsters inside your head. The ones that whisper that you're not enough. The ones that make you question your self-worth. The game doesn't exploit these themes, it treats them with weight and sincerity. Every detail, the color palette, the soundscape, the pacing, is designed to mirror mental illness. It's discomforting, it's honest, and it's very powerful. Of course, it's not a perfect game. At around 45 minutes to an hour and a half, it's incredibly short. Some players may feel like it's in just as it starts to open up. And while the symbolism is strong, some moments might come off as a little too on the nose or vague, depending on your interpretation style. It's also very linear. There's little to no interactivity outside of walking and reading, but again, that's intentional. It's story to be experienced, not a puzzle to be solved. The short message is less about jump scares and more about emotional horror. It's short, but it's not shallow. It's minimal, but it's not forgettable. If you're a fan of Silent Hill's more psychological entries, or if you're ever dealt with grief, regret, or that lingering question of what if, this game will hit home. And hey, if this is a sign of what's to come from the Silent Hill franchise, I am personally on board. I feel like it's well worth the wait all these years since the last Silent Hill game. I feel like this was good, and this game deserves a 8 out of 10. Based on the story, alone. The story is where it hit home, especially if you can relate to what the main protagonist is going through. At the end of the day, this game ain't for the faint of the heart, and I feel like if you're dealing with these stuff, you should not be playing this game. But if you're mentally healthy, it's definitely worth a consideration. So on that note, I give this game an 8 out of 10. Thanks for sticking with me on this deep dive / review. If you played the short message, drop your thoughts in the comments. What did you take away from Anita's journey? Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more horror content. And until next time, don't trust every message you get, especially the short ones.